Hello. I hope you're doing well today. In this video, I will give you a guide to make your very first API using Laravel. Quick disclaimer. This is not a very basic or beginner Laravel tutorial. I'm hoping you already have a taste of what Laravel is, but I will give some explanations. Okay, let's start the video. First thing we need to do is create a new Laravel project. You can call it whatever you want, but I will make a bookstore project. This is going really slow, I think I will fast forward this segment. Finally, let's open the project. Next, we need to create a new database. After that, we need to make a new model and migration for books table. With this command, we can make both model and migration. Just remember to use -m for migration. Let's go to the Create Books Table migration file and start making our table structure. We need title, author, stocks, and price. For the title and author column, we're going to use string. And for the stocks and price, we're going to use integer. Now, we can execute the migrate command to create our books table in the database. Next, we need to go to our book model and app models folder. Here, we're going to specify fields or columns that can be filled. Our ID is auto-incremented, so we don't need to put that here. Same reason as the created add and updated a column. Next, we need to make controller. But we don't want to do it manually. Open the terminal and type this command. What this command does is create a new folder called API Controllers and create a new file called BaseController inside the controllers folder. Next, go to the BaseController.php and create send message function. This function will be used to send a status message like success or error. We need a few parameters like success, message, and the status code. Success is a Boolean type that determines if the request is executed successfully or not. Message is a string type that contains the message from the API. Now, we're going to create the structure of the response. Here, we make an associative array variable that contains key value pair for success and message variable. Next, we return the response in JSON format and we put the status code from the parameter. You might be asking, why are we doing this? It's because there is a concept that you need to know. It's called don't repeat yourself, or DRY for short. Next, we need to create another function for sending data. This one is pretty straightforward. We're just going to return a data or collection of data in JSON format. Now that we're done here, we need to make another controller for accepting requests to our book model. We're using the same command as before with slight modification. Next, we go to the new controller and start importing BaseController, book model, validator, and fixing the extend statement. Now, let's create the index function. This function is going to return all of the records in our books table. We get all the data using the book model and the all function. We're going to return using the send data function from BaseController. That's why we're using this statement. Next, let's make another function for getting exactly one data. Instead of using all, we're using find. We're done making the read function of the API. Now, we have to make the create function. Let's call this function store. The first thing we need to do is validating our input. Here, we're using the validator class and the make function. This function needs two parameters. The first one is our input and the second one is our rules. Required means that the field has to be present and cannot be empty or null. You can add extra specific rules by using pipe and then followed by the specific rules. For example, you can add minimum length of this field is 5. But I don't think it would be necessary for this video. Let's continue. Next, we need to check if the validator fails or not. If it fails, we're going to send a send error message. If not, we save a new record in our table by using the book model and send a success message. Our API is halfway done. Next, we need to make the update function. The first part is the same as the store function, which we validate the input and check if the validator fails. The second part is a little bit different. We find the data using the ID. And then, we put the new value into the record and save the data. The last function that we need is delete. What we're going to do is similar to the update function, but we don't need to validate the input. We still need to check if the data exists or not. In here, instead of using save or make, we're using delete. Okay, we're almost done. What we need to do now is writing the routes for the API. Go to the routes folder and to the api.php. The first thing we need to do is importing the BookController. We need to make routes and using the write HTTP methods. For the read functions, we're going to use the get method. For the create function, we're going to use the post method. For the update function, we're going to use the put method. Lastly, for the delete function, we're going to use the delete method. Now, we end up with 5 different routes. Let's test it out. What if I tell you that we can just delete this 5 routes and create only one route that can handle all the requests? If you're interested, follow me. First, we need to make a resource file. A resource file is a file that contains the JSON formatting of one object, similar to the to.json method in Flutter. To make this file, we need to use the PHP artisan command. This command will create a new folder called resources with capital R and a new file called BookResource in the app HTTP folder. Now let's write the JSON format of the book model. I'm using format for these 2 columns just so it would be easier if I need to use it in another app. Now we need to make a few adjustments in our BookController. We need to import our BookResource here and change a few statements using the BookResource. We also need to add a node parameter for the update. What this means is, we're going to reference the data using the ID when updating. The delete function also need to be modified a little bit. Change the parameter request to book. It's the same thing as the update function. Now, let's change the routes. We're just going to use resource instead of HTTP method. Let's test it out. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe so you won't miss new stuff from my channel.